Hey friends, the time has come. It's the grand reveal of the Origami by Boys versus Tadashi Mori design battle. So, for those who aren't familiar, Tadashi Mori challenged me to a Phoenix design battle. And this all happened due to a little banter with a YouTube comment I left on one of his tutorials. But overall, this is a design battle for fun. So I am extremely honored. Thank you, Tadashi, for challenging me. It was really fun, and I am super excited to see what you designed. So yeah, it is a Phoenix design battle. And if you haven't seen my Phoenix yet, go on ahead and check the link in the description. I have the reveal video there. And without further ado, let's review Tadashi Mori's Origami Phoenix. Alright, so Tadashi sent me his reveal video, and I'm super excited to see it. I'm going to let it play fully out first, and then we're going to review. So let's check it out.
Hello boys, Tadashi Mori here. I challenged you to an origami battle to see who makes the coolest origami phoenix. And I was thinking, a cool origami phoenix must have fire. So for this origami, I tried to make several color changes, surrounding the yellow parts with red parts so it looks like
Wow, the
fire.
color change is really nice.
Also, there is a long red tail with a small yellow part in the middle. And the head also has this red fire with a small yellow part in the middle. So this is
Yeah,
my
look at that mix
result.
of yellow and red.
Now let's check what you've got.
Well, that was certainly awesome. And if anyone watching isn't subscribed to Tadashi Mori yet, make sure you go subscribe to him. Although I'm pretty sure everyone here watching this video, it probably knows who he is, but just in case. Now, Tadashi mentioned at the very end, he wanted to see what my Phoenix looked like. So again, if you want to see my Phoenix, go check out the reveal video I made. It's also like right there. But we're not talking about that today. We are talking about Tadashi's Phoenix. So let's review. And let's scroll back to the video. Here we go. So one thing that obviously stood out to me was Tadashi decided to go for color change. And let's get a nice little freeze frame here. Tadashi used color change. So this is a natural color changing model. Yellow paper on one side, red on the other. And I don't know exactly what paper he chose, but whatever it is, the colors worked really well, right? The yellow is purely yellow on one side, and the red is really red on the other side. In my experience, trying to make that double tissue for myself was like red on one side and orange on one side. So that's not something I could achieve. That is a very smart decision, Tadashi. I really like that, and I compliment you on that as well. And as he mentioned, this red and yellow is to depict fire. So, Phoenix, you know, it's a mythological creature. It's known for being on fire, I guess. And I think he does a great job at conveying that aspect, right? I think naturally when we see a yellow and red combination, our brains kind of, think fire. But what really sells it for me in this design is, let's play right here, is that, yeah, right here. So on the top, the head feather, right, in the color change, Tadashi uses like almost like a flame shape on the inside. I don't think my finger's gonna point, but I think you can see where I'm pointing to, right? On the inside of the head feather, just like a flame shape for the yellow. And then on the outside, it's red. Now, I did some research on what makes a flame kind of look like a flame, or how do people paint flames. And one thing I learned was they normally start with a really, really bright and light color from the center, and it gets darker and darker as it goes out. So if you're to go in order, a flame, when you look at it, might look like it's white right at the burn, and then it goes yellow, orange, red, and then maybe black for smoke if you needed some dark highlights or for some contrast. Tadashi presented it really well here with these two colors, is basically where I'm getting at. The inside is yellow and the outside is red, and then it's filmed on a dark background, so you get that contrast. So again, another good point for Tadashi. That is excellent. It would not sell as a flame if it was the opposite, where it'd be red on the inside and yellow on the outside. That would not go. But Tadashi did it correct. Yellow on the inside, red on the outside. I really like that. Another thing I'd like to point out is a decision that Tadashi Mori made when he approached his Phoenix. So when I was designing it as well, I asked myself the question, do I want a longer tail or do I want larger wings? And in this case, Tadashi went for a longer tail. The wings are still fair sized, but the highlight is definitely the tail here. It's much larger than the entire body length of the Phoenix. And again, it has that flame shape to convey the sense of fire in addition to the colors. So on the inside of this tail, let me see if it swings around on the inside, right? So we can kind of see that yellow. It's a little bit harder to see in this frame, but on the inside he had the same kind of idea with the head feather where there's yellow on the inside and it goes red on the outside. So it's like a burning tail. I think that's really cool. Another thing to add is let's talk about the complexity of Tadashi's Phoenix. And it's not too complex. There are certainly some complex aspects of it, but it's, you know, an origami version of a Phoenix, not a, you know, overly complicated trying to get every single feather portrayal of a Phoenix. And I kind of like that direction that Tadashi went for. I think one of origami's strongest features is that we use something, which is paper, and we make sure it still looks like paper at the end for some models. And so when you look at Tadashi's Phoenix, you can definitely tell this is a paper Phoenix, but at the same time, he did enough to convey the message in our heads that, oh, this is a Phoenix made out of paper. So I think with this, there's just the right amount of complexity. That's also one of my favorite things about Tadashi Mori's designs. You might have seen my video on his pocket dragon and why that is one of my favorite dragons is for the same reason. It's not overly complicated, yet it conveys the correct form and there's a ton of room for shaping. You can note that he did include some feather details on his wing, as well as talons for the claws. So there's 4 talons. There's 1 reaching underneath and then 3 pronged on top. And that already adds complexity in the design. It's a really cool thing to see. I do a lot of humanoid origami, and fingers, right, are very expressive. And I think the same thing translates to animals where claws, in this case, are very expressive. And for this one, it's the expression that it's attacking. And since this is a battle, Phoenix battle, this really works out. It's a very aggressive looking Phoenix. It's trying to swoop down and catch some prey or, you know, make its presence look menacing. And I think it sells really well. And that is my breakdown for Tadashi Mori's Phoenix. What an awesome design. Really cool paper. I really love the colors, that natural color change, the pose you got going on with the Phoenix. And overall, it looks like a fun design to fold. So very well done, Tadashi. Just as expected from someone as amazing and talented at folding as you. Really great design. And what a fun battle to have. So that wraps up this origami battle. And don't forget, go check out Tadashi Mori's channel. Go check out his Instagram. If you're new to my channel, check out my channel. Check out my Instagram. Share the love of origami all around. And if you would like to design your own origami Phoenix, definitely tag me and Tadashi so we can see it and, you know, give a little mention if this origami battle inspired you to try your own Phoenix. I think a Phoenix is a really cool subject because there's that aspect of fire and a bird that you're trying to convey. So yeah, that's my challenge to you guys. See if you can make your own Phoenix and definitely show me. Drop a comment whose Phoenix you like better, mine or Tadashi's, but remember, friendly competition, and I will see you all in the next video.
All this origami, all this origami, all this origami got me going kamikaze now.